thought to be evidence of a problem with the appliance, leading to a costly and inconclusive diagnostic exam by a repairman. A gay porno magazine thrown onto a ball field from a car window and perused with great interest by the adolescent members of both teams, two of whom meet in the woods some weeks later to reproduce the tableaus they have seen, leading to a gradual understanding that they are in fact gay, an incident the memory of which causes one of the two, when he is well into a life that is disappointing emotionally, professionally, and sexually, to fling a gay porno magazine out his car window as he passes an occupied ball field on his way to what will be an unsuccessful job interview.
Oh God!
A biscuit crushed into the slush of a Kentucky Fried Chicken parking lot. The orange toboggan whisking her to her death. A resume that betrays its author as utterly unqualified for the position for which she has applied, but which, because it smells good, leads its reader, a desperate, experientially undernourished middle manager at an internet-based retail corporation, to invite her into the office for an interview that, although it further betrays the applicant's complete unsuitability for the job, provides the middle manager with a physical impression to complement the good smell, which impression is intensely exciting, forcing him to hire her as a supplemental secretary, much to the bafflement, chagrin, and eventual disgust of his extant secretary, who, during her employer's lunch hour, removes the resume in question from his files and personally delivers it to the CEO, and who is with the CEO when he barges into the middle manager's office and finds the unsuitable supplemental secretary standing beside him, crying silently with her dress half off, while he sits in his reclining office chair, sweating profusely and holding a plastic letter opener in a threatening manner.
Jesus fucking Christ!
What is this about?
The houseplant that will not die. 50 pairs of old blue jeans found at secondhand clothing stores and brought at great expense on a trip to Eastern Europe and the former Soviet republics, where, rumor had it, old blue jeans could be sold for a lot of money, but where this was no longer true, as so many previous visitors had heard the same rumor and done the same thing, creating a glut of old blue jeans, which were not even all that stylish there anymore, and causing the entire trip to be ruined by the necessity of hauling around these huge suitcases full of other people's jeans, which smelled kind of bad, as if those other people were currently wearing them. The urine sample, produced for the canceled doctor's appointment and forgotten in the back of the fridge. My eyeglasses, covered with a thickening layer of dust that I never seem to notice, that I simply adjust to, until at last I clean them out of habit and discover a new world sharp and filled with detail, whose novelty and clarity I forget about completely within 15 minutes. Your signature rendered illegible by disease.
What?
J. Robert Glennon's latest novel is called Familiar. He's working on a collection of stories which will include this one, The Accursed Items.
Life is dull, life is gray.